Alright guys, another video here. It's Paula. Another video on the old Mav Daddy. We got a bit of snow outside. Probably not going to be taking out the snow just because I don't want it to suddenly grip and then roll. Unlikely, but you know, just a weird concern I have of mine. In this video I'm going to be putting on a new part for the rear, although it's not quite in yet, so I'm just recording this earlier part to add a little more to the video and a little more context and kind of what I'm so far planning on bringing on my trips. So main thing here, see how this is kind of pretty low compared to the rest of the gate, or the tailgate? Bed, the rest of the bed. I bought from Rough Country, they make a kit that it's a fixed tailgate that basically brings this whole open empty stuff up to the same level. So that's going to be going in there, and that's going to be the other part of this video. Right now I'm just going to go over what I kind of have in my toolbox so far, as well as I'll always be bringing that Crescent tool set because, you know, who knows if you need it. And that has basically everything I need to work on a vehicle. That's what I used when I was up north snowmobile like a few years back. And my diesel, when I had it at the time, the starter went out and I had to swap that out in the snow. I used that kit to do that. So it's pretty verbose. I don't know what the word is. Pretty complete set. And this is just more like good to haves, recovery, and other things. Basically what I ended up doing is a few things. So when I had my Jeep, I had that tool bag that I had fit a bunch of other stuff in. You know, random tools, air compressor, tire plug kits, some other stuff like that, which I still need to find if those old tire plugs are buried in here. Yeah, looks like it is. So, gotta throw that in the toolbox, actually. Don't know if this is even any good. This thing is beat. I never had to use it, luckily, but might as well throw that in there too, so I'll add that to the mix. And I don't know about that inverter. Don't think I need that particularly. Some other stuff good to haves in here. Some of the wires for the what's it called? The air compressor, I believe. Glasses, a bunch of wrenches and screwdrivers, and oh wow, there's a ton of stuff in here actually. So, something living down there. Anyways, that's all beat up and crap, and I kind of like these toolboxes. They're a bit more beefy for when I'm bumping around and whatnot. I have that Bauer bag I bought that I'm using for my truck and house stuff. But anyways, so far what I've gotten here is most of the stuff that I had when I was with the Jeep. So I have the air compressor here for filling up tires and whatnot. Move those out of the way. The thing that sucks about this one particularly is that those are super long, but it kind of makes sense. Hammer, some vice grips, some pliers with wire cutters in them, a bunch of zip ties. This was just a bag of bolts I had from when I had the Jeep. Not a whole lot of nuts to those bolts, but who knows if those might be useful. Ratchet strap, screwdriver. I'm probably going to end up throwing some more stuff from that bag, just to have some redundant tools like a bigger wrench or adjustable wrench and all that. And this is obviously going in there. This blue thing, this blue strap, I don't think I ever ended up making a video about it, but my buddy Nate and I went up to near Boyne Falls. It's kind of where Boyne Mountain is in Michigan. It's a big ski resort that we went to. And we brought a couple snowmobiles, the Arctic Cat and the Polaris, up there. And it just sucked. There was sleds were overheating, and then the Arctic Cat wouldn't start. It was not an ideal weekend. But what I had bought before the trip, or the snowmobile, was this tow strap. Basically, it hooks around the back of the snowmobile's bar, and then it goes into a Y that wrap around the loops, hook around the loops with a nice clip, So with a nice clip like that, so you can kind of pull it straight consistently. And I figured, I mean, that probably fits around A-arms for other quads and ATVs and UTVs and whatnot. So, and it's a strap I need to have in there anyways, so might as well throw it in there. I might end up using this ratchet strap just to hold all this down, or I might get a cargo net. I'm still thinking about that. So, bungee cords that came with it, or with the Maverick, are pretty crappy. So, that's so far what I got in here. So I'm going to be getting, obviously, some more stuff from my own collection. I so far haven't had to buy anything extra. Well, I bought a bunch of ratchet straps, but I was getting those anyways. So that's kind of about it for now. You guys have probably seen that kit before, so that's the plan so far. In the other part of this video, I'll show kind of me installing that new tailgate in the back. All right, we're back today after I showed you what was in the toolbox and whatnot. We putting in that tailgate today. I'm going to go ahead and unbox it there. Got the heater going because it's like 15 degrees out. It was like -1 this morning actually. But yeah, let me go ahead and unbox that and we'll go from there. Well, there's the Rough Country box. Let me go ahead and pull out some of those staples now. Alright, so far it comes with instructions, and you can see those there. And this is one of the first parts of it. So I'm going to go ahead and get that box cleared, cargo area cleared up a little bit, and then get all this unpacked. So far they're looking pretty good. Got all the assorted bolts there, 2 main pieces, and a little connector in the middle. Only thing I don't like that they did so far is they put these cheap stickers with the item number. So when it gets warmer, I'm going to probably have to go through and scrape those off. But that's so far the only thing. It is Rough Country, so it's not like the most expensive stuff you can get either. So, but very functional. So first step is to remove each of these side bolts. They use a T30 Torx bit. So I already got this one a little bit loosened, so go ahead and remove that. Grab the washer, store it down there. Next step, remove the rear center bolt with the T30 Torx bit. Alright, I'll go ahead and do that and get to the next step. So next step, yeah, put 6 of these washers on each side and put the bolt and washer on that side, the longer of the 2 bolts, and use a 4mm Allen wrench to tighten them down. Alright, so once you do that, you install this outer plate with a washer down there. It's kind of how I've gotten this one organized so far. And you line up those holes there. And then you put a hole through each, put a bolt through each one of those holes, which should be interesting getting all those to line up with a nut on the back side. Right, once you line those holes up, I just use a screwdriver to move them through. Use that Allen wrench you've been using and the 10mm socket to hold that and tighten all that down. And probably kind of tweak it if you want to turn it or whatever, and then I snug the edge down. Once I'm going to snug the edge down once I'm done as well. Basically, once you tighten those down all the way, you are done. So I'll finish up those and then show you the finished product. And that's it. She's installed. Effectively adding a crap ton more space back here. So pretty excited about that. Only thing I'll mention is this plate can be a little bit of a pain to get on, just with the way that the tolerances and whatnot are, but I think it centers up pretty nicely. So I mean, pretty sturdy all things considered. we'll see how long like this type of stuff lasts thin band. But it's all flat and leveled out, so should be pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to clean up some of these tools and get them all organized, and I'll show you how my stuff fits in the back now. Alright, cleaned up that stuff. So now you guys can kind of see how much more space that gives. Just because before you had that little bar there. So this probably adds, what, an extra 6 inches? 8 inches, maybe? No, probably 6 inches or so to the top. So before, this toolbox or whichever one was on top could have just slid right out. And now, you know, it'd be pretty difficult for it to just slide out. I mean, I'm gonna have stuff strapped in there anyways, but you know, if I strap this stuff down and then once that's nice and secure, I can grab a little gas can. Let me grab that. That little gas can. Just unlock the bed here. It's kind of funny, this bungee cord got frozen after I went to the car wash, so it was really stiff. But anyways, so I have all that, and I can just shove that down right there, or this way, or whatever way, you know, whatever way fits. I can feel more confident about that stuff sitting in the back, not sliding around or risking as much. So I still got to figure out how I want to strap all this stuff down. I don't know if I want to like lean it to one side, maybe put gas right here, and then maybe like a cooler or something. Not 100% sure on that, but I'll eventually figure all that stuff out. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll have some more videos on this soon. Haven't ordered anything else for it quite yet, except a keychain and some goggles. But goggles are, you know, they're just fly racing ones, nothing crazy. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.